If you're looking to grow your email list this year, you're definitely on the right track. I talk about the importance of list building for your small business a lot because it's one of the most amazing investments that you can make in your business, and it's going to provide you with better results and longevity with your audience. And I hear it often, but how do I get started? And how do you actually get people to say, yes, I want to be on your list? That's what we're going to focus on in today's episode. I'm going to share some creative ways to onboard new subscribers to your list. Let's do this. Hey, I'm Angela Doyon, and this is the Creative Marketing Show, the podcast for ambitious women in business looking to cut the BS, stop dancing for likes, and learn to create honest and genuine marketing strategies that don't cause burnout and overwhelm. Think of me as one of your friends that's here to support you and cheer you on while keeping you up to date with all the latest marketing trends and inspired actions you can start to implement into your business. Let's dive into a new episode. I've talked about it before, but let me reiterate why it's so important to grow and build your email list, especially as a small business and a new business. I'll say for one thing, I wish I had started this a lot sooner. So why is it important? For starters, email provides a direct and personalized line of communication between you and your subscribers, which allows you to keep in touch with them and build relationships with them. This is a journey. It's not a one-off, and that's what I want you to really keep in mind, that this is a foundational piece of your business. It's also something that you own, unlike your social media. You know that I've said that before. If your social media account gets compromised or it gets hacked or you lose access, it's happened before where, Instagram and Facebook, they've shut down for hours. Imagine that was happening during a big promotion that you were doing. That is something that I don't want you to be in that position and you're feeling really stuck. And what do I do now? That is why having a solid list of people who have opted in to hear what you have to offer is so important. It's also a cost-effective marketing strategy because building your list requires minimal investment. Maybe a little bit of time, but I'm telling you, your return on that investment, any monetization of it, or any of your time, you're going to see a bigger reward. Because it's also going to increase your sales by keeping your subscribers engaged and informed about new offers, specials, promos, anything related to your products or your services. And that's a great opportunity to include things like discounts or flash sales, limited offers to your engaged email subscribers. And if you didn't know, email marketing has a higher engagement rate than social media. So people are actually more likely to open and read an email than a social media post, which makes email marketing a powerful tool to engage with your subscribers and to build that brand loyalty, and not always relying on social media, crossing our fingers, hoping that our posts get seen, read, and a call to action gets answered. So how do we actually get new subscribers to join our list? Here are a few creative ways that you can get started on. I will preface this by saying you'll probably want to test a few of these out to see what is connecting, what is converting, and what is resonating. I'll also say, in my experience, don't give up too early on any freebie or opt-in that you've created, because sometimes it does need some time to build traction. And there's other things that you can do to maybe revamp. Maybe it's the landing page or the opt-in form, changing the wording, things like that. I definitely did that in the past where I thought, I had these really great offers. I put them out there. I'm like, they didn't do as well. And I just kind of got rid of them. And I thought, if I had made a few tweaks or tried them again, maybe a different season, or bring them back, and I'm actually working on repurposing a few because there was nothing wrong with them. It was maybe my execution, or I gave up on them too soon. Now, I know I've said the word opt-in and freebie, and you've probably heard that. Maybe you've heard the term lead magnet. They all basically mean the same thing. And it's really just something that you provide to your audience in exchange for their email address. So let's talk about some of the opt-ins that you could create. 1, cheat sheets or checklists. These are really simple. There's something you can create, like a one-pager, and it's going to clearly identify the steps someone would need to take in order to achieve XYZ. Number 2 could be a workbook, maybe something that's printable and they can work through it on their own, containing some key information. Maybe there's some space for them to add their own. These are really great for like maybe 5 ways to narrow down your niche. And you could walk it through a workbook and they can fill in, certain things that all pertain to developing, your ideal audience or niche. Number 3 is a PDF guide. I use these all the time. These are something like instructions that people can follow and to walk through or read through to achieve some type of goal. Number 4 are templates. So these are something that are customizable. Templates are great because the real selling feature, what's in it for them, is to save time. And a side note, I have some for you. I've created a few opt-in templates that you can swap in your own information to save you time and get an opt-in out there for a guide and a checklist. So check the show notes or angelasdoyon.com/resources. That's where that freebie is waiting for you. So if that's going to help you get started today, you're welcome. All right. Now, number 5, a video tutorial. These are great because you can actually speak to your audience. You can walk them through and show them how to do something. This could be pre-recorded. You could take your time. It doesn't have to be anything long. Even if you want to use somewhere like YouTube and host it as a private video, that's a nice way to get that out there. Number 6 is a live workshop or presentation. You can book this through some type of webinar software. You can do it through Zoom and save spots. And this would be something live. So it's a sense of urgency. I find these work really well because people don't want to miss out on them. If you're not comfortable doing something live, you could do the video tutorial pre-record it, but as you get more comfortable, live workshops, webinars that relate to solving a problem within your industry and niche really work well. Number 7 is a quiz. Who doesn't love doing a quiz? This could be something really fun, help them discover something about themselves or to categorize them, and then offer some next steps. Number 8 is a challenge, so something that could be delivered in bite-sized pieces. A couple weeks ago, I ran a 5-day Instagram makeover challenge. I ran it live every day. There was information just dripped out through Monday to Friday with some tangible tips, action steps, and to also solve a problem. So we also want to make sure that whatever we're delivering as our freebie, that it solves a problem. We want our audience to have some type of win. Otherwise, especially with products, number 9 would be a discount. So, you see that often on a pop-up or even just through social media campaigns, like get free shipping on your first order. Or number 10 would be offering a discount. So 10% off when you subscribe off your first order. So those are just some other ways that you can offer something of value to onboard new subscribers to your list. But always keeping in mind that this opt-in, this lead magnet, this freebie needs to deliver. So whatever promise that you're making through this, so if it's 10 ways to achieve this, make sure you're delivering on that promise. Don't be afraid to hold back. It's all right to share your knowledge and wisdom. This is also going to lend to your credibility, your expertise, and to show your audience what you're capable of offering. Imagine what, you're dishing out complimentary just exchange for an email address. Imagine what your paid offerings or your products or your services could do for your subscribers. Again, this is like long form marketing. These are the things that are going to help you build that strong foundation. I don't want you building that foundation on social media because you're just not protected there. The last thing I'll share on this is just to ensure that whatever opt-in or freebie, lead magnet, whatever you want to call it, is relevant during this time. So what is it that your ideal client, customer, what do they need right now? So there is some type of seasonality and relevance that should be taken into consideration. For example, like if you have a guide on a spring cleaning checklist, how to get your home in ship-shop shape, that would make sense certainly in the month of March, April, maybe even May, but it wouldn't be relevant in, November or October. So just be really mindful of what could be useful right now. And I'm all about repurposing. So if you do something like this and you get success with it, How can you revamp it, update it, or repurpose it? So maybe there's a fall version of the spring cleaning and you tailor it towards the end of the year. And maybe it's, getting ready for winter or cleanup, fall, autumn cleanup, things like that, just being really mindful of. I hope that you found this helpful. I love showing up each week with new episodes, and I really appreciate your listenership. And of course, I mentioned earlier in this episode, I do have some free templates for you on how to get started with creating your own checklists and guides. It's going to save you time because I want you to get started creating and putting your opt-in, your lead magnet, your freebie, all of that out there so that you can start onboarding and building that list. You can check the show notes to get the link or visit AngelaSDoyon, DOYON.com/resources, and you'll find it there. Otherwise, tune in next week for another episode. And if you'd like to leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, I would be super grateful for that. Otherwise, tune in next week. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a great day.